Hi, I'm gonna break from my typical content and get serious for a moment. Your wife has a spirit guide. A really good one, mind you. The previous Goblin King. Here he is. Oh, and here. Life's not wanting me to show you his true name. C'est la vie. His goblin name, which you are free to use, is Nosferatu. Nos for short. He is the previous Goblin King. He's not the only one that's been in your house. Tiff's been there too. This is Tiff. They're watching over your wife, and they care greatly for her. Now, apparently, as they've told me, you're a really good guy. You're very honorable. That's why they've been as pleasant with you as they have been. Although, yes, they are rough with certain people. But you will have to admit that they haven't pushed you beyond your limit. They haven't grievously harmed you. Just a series of pranks that you can handle. And that's mostly because they're trying to keep your attention and get you to help your wife get in a better mindset. Basically, they want your life they want your wife to live again. Figuratively speaking. And yes, they've spoken figuratively many times. Oh, by the way, if you want more information on this, you can get my book. It's titled Goblin by J.D. Wizard. Wow, that... Yeah. And I'll put a link in the descriptions. But, basically, you're not in any serious danger. But they will continue to harass you until they're satisfied with her quality of life, essentially. When she's in a better mindset. Now, I will be honest. The most amazing part of this is that they're willing to essentially perform tricks for you on camera. And they're not going to do what you want, but just showing up and giving you postable content is a lot. And it's a lot more than average spirits will do for people. That's a thing. And it's a blessing. So, you can use this and essentially become the next Ed and Lorraine Warren. If you learn properly. And they will help guide you in that. You've already seen how they can. Getting rid of them isn't really an option. Because what's been done has been done. But they're very benevolent. So there's no good reason to get rid of them. They really will help you a lot as soon as you start showing them respect. The best way to do this is to give them essentially drinks. They like coffee, teas, and doing that is real simple. You just pour some in a glass and state that it is for them. You know? Like, here's some of this for you, Nos. Or Tiff. Then let it sit there for a little while, like a good few hours. Then you can dump it out, discard it. The only thing that's really not recommended is offering something to them and then drinking it or giving it to an animal. You just dump it on the ground, down the drain. Anything like that is just fine. Oh, yeah. By the way, if you want a good reference, Tiff was a spirit guide for the woman who wrote Mary Poppins. In fact, the entire book series is about her experiences with Tith. You can look into her story and see how much Tith benefited this woman's life. Because during a time of blatant misogyny, she managed to be a successful writer. She met with Walt Disney and was able to dictate the movie he made about Mary Poppins. Okay, I'm not just trying to advertise books here. I'm trying to give you information. Sincerely. So I'm not asking you to advertise my book. Just get one. And that's for you to have a full understanding of the spirits that are in your home. Because they're not demon. And they're not ghosts. They're something very different. They are spirits. But the place they come from is far more solid. That's why the prayers don't work. And yes, prayers, any prayer of love and light is like radiation to a demon. But to a goblin, it's entertainment. Because they are as much love and light as they are darkness. No different than angels or numerous things fall in that category, but they're always beneficial, benevolent beings. Pranky sometimes. Pranky for sure. But that's to teach you lessons. The only time you ever have to worry about them is when you're directly insulting them, as you have clearly witnessed. And that push you got that one time, that's just telling you what they'll do. Now, mind you, they would do the same for somebody that would break into your house. And more so. They wouldn't be so nice to them. So, things like that. But, before you can... But, you won't get a whole lot of beneficial responses until after you start respecting them. And it doesn't take much. A little bit of sharing goes a long way. Stay honest, my friend.